Hello, everyone. Welcome back for another episode of RK Football Talk. We're back again. The international break is finally coming towards its end, and we've still got the
Yes.
Three Musketeers here. Obviously, international break can be hard to deal with, but we have got
Mm.
topics for you. Do not worry, everyone. Okay. So yeah, but firstly, say hello to David and Stu, of course,
Hello, hello.
and me, Matt as
Hey
well.
guys,
All
How are
right.
we?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. How are we all, guys?
Good.
We're all right.
Not
yeah,
too
not too bad.
bad. Just about
Yeah.
managing with the international break. And I just learned today, actually, I just realised there's another international break in another 4 weeks from now. Like, it
Oh,
just seems to
amazing.
never
Love
end,
it.
Yeah, but isn't
Love
the,
it.
isn't the
honestly.
World Cup qualifiers over? Like it's all going to be over. Like
I
was it
think
this week?
so, yeah. Ireland have another couple to go, I think. It goes into the new year, doesn't it? Just, and then it kind of finishes up.
Yeah, well
But,
they've got the playoffs things, and yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
oh,
whole
yeah,
thing.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Takes ages.
Yeah. Well, I think the best place to really start, obviously England won their game against Wales earlier at the end of last week, and there's been some good news that have come out for Everton fans as well this week that Jordon Pickford has actually signed is signing a new contract at Everton. So, I mean, I have to say, I think this is a fantastic bit of business if Everton get it over the line because he's definitely one of the better goalkeepers in the Premier League for sure.
He is, yeah, and I
100%.
think I
Yeah,
think what can sort of mitigate that or kind of shroud that a little bit is the fact that he has been playing for a club who are typically not finishing in the top half of the Premier League,
Yeah,
and in certain seasons have been fighting relegation, and in one season in particular just about escaped relegation. I think when Frank Lampard was in charge. So maybe that could be the reason why he doesn't get the plaudits that he deserves. Although when he plays for England, he certainly does get the respect that because he typically puts in good performances in an England
yeah.
shirt.
yeah.
Um,
No, I agree. I think that we're looking at a goalkeeper here. Would it be fair to say that could be maybe not the best, but one of the best goalkeepers England have had in the Premier League era? Like I
you'd
wouldn't say the best
say
because you've got like David
so.
Seaman and so like
Seaman, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, Joe Hart had a good career at City, won a Premier League title.
Would you
Would you say
extend him
Um,
a
no?
bit?
or two, did he win? I
Yeah.
think he won two Premier League titles. One with Mancini, one with Pellegrini, actually. And then
Yes,
Pep
he
came
did.
in
Yeah.
and he gave him the boot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you could got a decent career. I think he went to Celtic after that. But yeah, a decent Premier League career for Joe Hart, I think. But for England, I think he was ever. I think the main criticism against Joe Hart, certainly in an England shirt, was that he got too riled up and he kind of. For these games, that famous clip of him screaming at the ball boy, he's just kind of
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
always got he was always too pent
Yeah.
up, too energetic and the kind of way, and it kind of showed on his performances. And I think not to go on too much of a tangent for Joe Hart, but when I think of Joe Hart, I think of that Pirlo Panenka penalty in the 2012 Euros.
Well,
It
it's
just made
funny
him look
you
like very silly.
it's
like,
funny you mentioned that actually because I remember that penalty shoot. I don't know how well you guys remember it, but I remember
ish.
when it got to the shootout and he was making faces at the players.
Yeah, he
Do
was
you
giving
remember
all
that?
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was trying to do
Oh,
it. Yeah, and it just didn't work at all. He did it against Perlo, and Perlo just went,
He
"Yeah,
should
no.
have.
okay," and he just went
Oh,
dink, and it
He
was.
should have just done. He should have done the groveler, the thing that the Liverpool one was like, the spaghetti
Oh,
legs and all that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that would have
Was it
done.
was it Reina? No, was it Dudek in goal for
Dudek,
Liverpool
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the?
yeah,
but it's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
that's like it worked though. But
Mm.
It did,
yeah, I
yeah.
mean, I'm surprised with I would say probably for a long time that goalkeeper position of England was just like all over the place. So I
Mm.
guess you can sit there and say like, was it Pickford? I said was it a goalkeeper that's been playing with a team that, let's be fair, like a as I said, relegation threat in most years, down the bottom, and then he's in England number one. And the idea that, but he's able to keep that, he's able to keep that position, and like no one's
Mm,
Mm.
really challenged him.
yeah.
Tells you a lot about him as a was it how good he's been for England, to be
Mm.
honest. But
Absolutely.
I'm
If
surprised no one's come for him, to be honest. I'm surprised no one in the top six or like the traditional like European will try to maybe try to get him because again for Everton, you say his consistency is usually quite good when you need him to be. So I'm surprised no one's tried to at least
but
put in a little bid for him.
what screams a bit to me is I'm not saying he's of the same level. I do think he is better than this keeper I'm about to mention. But do you remember Mignolet when he was at Sunderland and he had that a phenomenal season with them, and then he got the move to Liverpool,
He was
and
Belgian, wasn't he?
then yeah, and
Yeah.
he got exposed at Liverpool because obviously where Sunderland were constantly like being attacked on at Liverpool, that wasn't happening. So he was like kind of the mistakes were more like higher percentage,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you will.
Mm.
So yeah, I do worry about that with Pickford maybe a little bit, but I mean he's been so good for so long that
Mm,
surely if someone took a risk on him, it's a good one.
Yeah, but maybe it's
absolutely, yeah.
club. Was it club level? Maybe, but obviously for England, he never had that problem. Like all the
Oh
all
yeah,
So
the
good,
problems in
yeah.
all the problems. Maybe you can tinker with England or what's. Oh, that's the reason why we haven't done well. You never sit there and look at the goalkeeper and go, "Oh no, we need to change him." Like no, it's like he's the solid hands that has saved
mm.
us so many
Mm,
times.
He's
But
probably
yeah.
as important as Kane is for England.
I
You could
guess,
argue, you possibly.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
guess
he
you got
has
it there.
made some big saves, and I mean, the 2018 World Cup, the shootout against Colombia, where I think
Yeah,
Pickford saved two of them, and I think that was the first penalty shootout that England won in a major tournament in forever. In a
96.
long time, in '96, and he made two big saves. One of them in particular was really impressive, and that was up the start of a very what would be a very successful England career for him. It's rare. He's not the biggest. He doesn't have the biggest frame, but he's such an excellent shot stopper. And his distribution is really good, and he's just calm on the ball as well.
It's
People
just
always talk about a good, as someone who's good with their feet. He is quite good with his feet, and like I said, he's got good composure when he's kind of playing out from the back, which England typically did under Southgate. Um, but
Yeah.
yeah, I've
yeah.
always been a big fan of him.
I think that I think it's safe to say he's not the best goalkeeper England have had in the Premier League era because of like we said about David
Yeah.
Seaman and
Seaman,
yeah,
James. But in terms of what has been achieved with England, he's got to
mm,
be at the top. Like in
yeah.
terms of what he's achieved for England. Like
Exactly.
yeah,
Again, and then people kind of start nitpicking and say, well, I mean, with England, how much can you achieve with one tournament every 2 years? That that you can't really. What does it mean when you say he's achieved a lot? Whereas, well, I think everyone knows, everyone with a brain knows that like England have been more successful in this last 6 or 7 years since they won the World Cup in '66.
exactly.
So and he's been at the one of the main, like you said, just as important probably as someone like Kane,
Yeah,
or Rice or whoever. So yeah.
yeah. No, exactly that. But I think this moves me on to my to another point. I know this was a bigger thing in foreign countries, but one thing I did want to speak about tonight is the importance of um like the Premier League, the Bundesliga, La Liga, Liga, and promoting their own homegrown players in the league. So what I mean by
Yeah.
this is teams actually fielding players from that nation. So making sure there's a minimum in every starting 11 and
Yeah.
all this sort of stuff because it's getting it's getting quite popular now where teams are fielding the starting 11 in the Premier League and there's actually no English player in it.
Mm.
Like I think Liverpool done it not too long ago, didn't they?
City, early
Probably,
years of
yeah, because
Pep,
of England.
City certainly didn't. I don't think they brought Sterling in, and I always thought when they brought Sterling in, it's like, is that just to fill the quota? I wonder because he doesn't.
Yeah.
Well,
But
you could sit there and say, well, Jack Grealish came in for City. Like, did they bring him in for that positioning, or did they bring him in so
Yeah.
we need an English
Calvin
player?
Phillips, people like
Oh
Yeah.
this.
yes,
It's
Calvin.
Yeah.
like,
I mean, I think with someone like Man City, they've always had a good one or two English players that have actually been consistent in their starting 11, so such as
mhm.
Carl Walker, Phil
Yeah, of
Foden when he
course.
had that
Oh, yeah,
phenomenal
absolutely.
season,
Yeah,
and John Stones as well, for example.
that's right. Oh,
But
I forgot about Stones. Yeah.
but someone like Liverpool, since Henderson's probably left, the only one who's actually English, who's actually been playing consistently well,
Gomez.
correct me if I'm wrong, is Trent.
Oh,
Is
Trent, of
that
course.
right?
I mean,
Yeah,
you got,
yeah.
Am
we
I
got,
thinking?
we got, I mean, you got Curtis
Gomez as well, in
Jones.
and out. Yeah.
Curtis Jones, maybe. I mean, obvious's more of a squad
Oh
player, and obviously
yeah,
Harvey Elliott. Obviously, he
yeah,
had that great Euro under 21 tournament where he's like,
yeah.
after how good he was in that, everyone's like, you can't. He has to start playing for a club because he can't be playing
Mhm.
that,
Mm.
But I see what you mean. Like, it's just basically. I think it's more of an interesting thing. Obviously, you can't. It's always a bit. They tried it before, didn't they? Like, you had to put at least two or three
Yeah,
I think it
players.
was
It,
two they done, didn't they?
yeah.
at
So
the
they had to like
very
kind of.
least. Yeah.
So they had to put that, but then I guess obviously they changed it with there had to be in at least a couple of homegrown in the squad. I
Yeah.
mean, I mean it's worked. I mean, I think you can sit there and say it's kind of worked out better because obviously how successful the England youth teams have been. I mean,
Mm.
was it we've won the under-19s, we've won we not won the under-21s, we won it and then defended it. It's like
Mm.
just not England's MO or anything. But like the
Yeah.
idea of like and a lot of the was it what was it? players that you see in there, you can see a route for them now to the England squad. I mean, I think the problem with England is, ironically, it's not actually the players anymore. I think it's more the managers, as we've alluded to before, with everyone kind of flipped out after Thomas Tuchel got appointed, and everyone was like flipping out about that. But yeah, I think that's the problem. There's like I think after the changes and all that, we've done a good job of producing really good homegrown English talent. I think at the moment now it's just like now we need the really high quality managers to be like doing it in the Premier League and stuff, and then we can go from there, I think.
One plus as well is that the amount of English players that have actually gone abroad. I think about the amount of English players that are playing in the Italian league, the German league, the Spanish league. You know, another testament to how the sort of this newest batch of English talent, has
And
done
have the bravery to do
whatever
that as
about.
well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, because obviously, like, the idea that basically, like, what was it in Italy? I think it's like there's a lot of I think maybe not English, but like Scottish players that have gone to like Italy because it's like their kind of style kind of works.
McTominay.
But like, yeah, I mean, wow, how's
Serie A player of the season. I mean,
but yeah, I mean, it's just and obviously with Germany, Bundesliga's always been a destination for like kind of up and coming young English talent. Always gone there. I mean, Borussia Dortmund, perfect example. I mean, they pretty much, if you want a young up and coming like player, just go to Borussia Dortmund, stay there for a couple of years, and then before you know it, you're going to come possibly one of the most sought after players in world football. Because how many times have they done it? Like, but. I think and also it makes them a better players technically as well, because obviously if you only played in England, you only got a certain way, but if you go to like Germany or Spain or Italy, you kind of learn different styles, so it makes you just a more complete player, maybe. So but yeah, I mean, I've noticed that recently, like a lot of like, especially I think Italy's starting to do it a bit more, as we said. A lot of players going there, like going to Serie A, starting. But yeah, it's noticed that.
Yeah. But coming back anyway, just to about kind of English teams or Premier League teams having English players in them. And I think it's always good to see, I guess, but unless there's an actual implemented rule that says you need to field at least one or two English players per thing, then managers and owners won't really care unless something is actually brought in.
Do you think it would affect the quality of the game if that sort of rule did come in?
It's difficult to say. You probably would have to take one particular maybe team and manager as an example to say, well, look, if we took these 3 foreign players out and put in 2 academy English players and 1 established English player, would that help or hinder the team itself? So I think you'd have to go by a case basis. It's difficult to say.
Yeah.
But again, it is always an important thing, particularly for the English league, the Premier League, which is the most viewed league in the world, bar none. It just trumps numbers from any other league in the world. I think the Premier League, they want to see that the English talent is coming through in that league, and that's kind of the foundation for English players to kind of come up and actually be recognised. But it doesn't seem to be that way. But I don't know. Are there many teams at the moment that are just completely dominated by? I mean, most teams I think have at least a couple of English players, right? Or British players
at the
least.
moment. I do feel like that one player that I worry about most, who seems to have stagnated a little bit, not to the point where I think he's lost his chances now. He's still early doors in his career. Is Harvey Elliott.
Oh God, Elliott! Forgot about him.
Like he came through at Fulham. Is it Fulham? He
no
got
idea.
Him from.
Yes, it's Fulham. Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah, Fulham.
Yeah, so it was like 16. Things like we grew up like 16-year-old. Like wow, like
and he was supposed to be like. I remember hearing all these reports how good he was, and Liverpool going in for him. And I don't get me wrong, I still watch some of him now, and you see glimpses. But that player who was supposed to be then a starting player for Liverpool, Stu, can you actually see Harvey Elliott within the next 3 years being a starter for Liverpool? Looking at what he is now.
I mean, obviously we've let him go to was it Villa, that kind of a situation. Obviously, yeah. After that, you under 21 performance. Obviously, when he's basically dictated that he was basically the biggest star in that team. Obviously, it won the under 21s. It was kind of implied that he needs to leave the club because obviously with that midfield, you're not gonna get in that, or at least be getting a start for talent that good. You need to be playing week in, week out. And obviously with Villa, but it's more to do with Villa's form starting the season. It's kind of been a bit off for him. But I think for example, when he was at Blackburn, when he had that, was it loan spell at Blackburn, when he how many assists he did, how good he was. I think he's just a player that needs more first team football. I think that's why. I don't think it's anything to do with Liverpool or anything like, like, oh, it's like being bad. Sometimes you want to be a squad player, but almost you want to build up to be but
Yeah,
given I think a couple years of Villa, if they can maybe, get consistent time, yeah, I could see it. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me with those deals. We've put like a really clever little, was it like we get first dibs basically if
yeah,
you want him back, so we get him a bit cheaper. Because we've done that. I
mm,
think we've done that with Kwanzaa as well when he went to Bayer Leverkusen. Like if
that's
he gets
right.
if in
Yes,
two 3 years if he becomes like this not world class but really solidly consistently good defender, we can get him back, and instead of loaning him, he can actually have 2 3 years and playing in
Yeah.
first team football. So
yeah,
I mean, I was a bit sad when he left, but I think he needed it because he's such a good player. Like, and obviously in the U and for England in the Euros, he proved it. So I think he'll be. I think this season, or at least a couple of seasons, keep an eye on him. But I think it's just like mostly it's first team football. They just need it. But
exactly. Yeah,
there's a lot of good clubs out there, like in the Premier League now, that are just that you can try and like young talent to try and you know try out. So, but yeah, I mean, but Brighton, Bournemouth, them kind of clubs,
Mm.
always gonna get some good talent there. But yeah, I think he'll be fine. But yeah, I mean,
yeah.
give a cup. Being at Liverpool, don't know, but couple of years wouldn't surprise me if he really makes a place for maybe that starting for England in a couple
Yeah,
of years.
I mean, so one player I actually feel a bit good about, like when you're speaking about these players, like Quansah obviously going to Bayer Leverkusen, he seems to be doing all right over there. He's obviously got in the England squad again. Harvey
Mm.
Elliott, he's not got the England squad yet, but bit of a slow start for Villa so far. One player who has not even been sniffed at for the England squad and was in the squad for the last tournament England were in is Kobe Mainoo, and he's like
Mm.
he seems to repulse the requirements at
I
Manchester United. It's like he
Doesn't
needs
seem
to
to.
get
Yeah.
out now. He needs to
I
get out unless there's a way for him back in.
I
I
Like,
think he
don't.
can fight for his place. If he is to get a starting spot at England, I think he can do that
mm,
by staying at United. I think, yeah, he clearly, well, he hasn't started a game yet under Amorim. Did he start
I
the Grimsby game? But anyway,
oh,
a league game. Um, and he has come on in games and he has shown kind of glimpses of what he can do. And we all know the quality that he has. But yeah, just the way he has the midfield organised at the moment, I don't see a way he can kind of get in there. You have to kind of move some things around, which, as we know, he's
why
not particularly
no.
keen on doing.
why do you think he doesn't rate him or like him as a player that doesn't want to
It's
start
difficult
him?
to say. Who knows? I mean, I think he quite clearly likes that kind of the two in midfield. Fernandez. It's either Fernandez and Casemiro or Fernandez and Ugarte. I don't know. He's quite fond of that. I don't know. Again, we all know how rigid he is in his thinking with this when it comes to this system,
Yeah.
and he did get games last season as well. I don't know. I mean, it might just be something he's seeing in training, or who knows? Who knows? But I definitely think there is a way to work him in. But again, it would involve a kind of shifting around the midfield a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
Because
so I don't
these
know. I
players
hope
that
so.
you
He's
need their
because he's
time.
such a
You
good
need
player.
time.
He's such a
Mm.
good young talent.
Maybe he's got to do
But
what a lot of Man United players have done. Is maybe goes to like Italy or Germany, and
I hope he
live.
doesn't. I hope he stays.
Yeah. He suits
But
the Premier League. He
he
really does,
does.
doesn't he?
Mm.
He's
He
got that
does. I
like
really hope he stays. Yeah.
one player that I remember Chelsea having. Well, I think he's gone out on loan. I'm sure he has. Is Gilchrist, and he was there under Pochettino, and he was getting a couple of appearances, and he looked like a real good talent, and he was a captain of um our youth teams,
Mm.
all the youth teams going up,
Right.
and then all of a
Mm.
sudden he was playing for Chelsea, and he looked good, and he even scored a goal in a game, and I was like,
Yeah.
this guy could really like, oh come on, come on, let's
Mm.
push on now, and then Enzo Maresca came in, and he never played again
Yeah. Yeah.
and he never played again. Like, I do think that there is a definitely an element of luck in any football career. 100%. You need to have the right manager who's got that faith in you to go.
Mm.
Hmm.
I want you to be starting. And he was one of those players I thought he could have had a real chance of doing it. Obviously, he's only gone on loan, so fingers crossed does all right and may
Yeah.
come back in. But one player I missed terribly that was at Chelsea was Loftus Cheek, and
God. Yeah. Is
Yeah.
he in
and
Italy
he was
still?
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
he
AC
played for
Milan, I
AC
think.
Milan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
he was beast like in that midfield. He used to like bombard people
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
down. I used to love that, and unfortunately injuries got the better of him, and he left.
That could
So
Mm.
explain.
yeah,
It could
yeah,
explain why he's thriving in Italy then. because obviously you said like bombing in kind of physicality, and that's pretty much the Italian league, isn't it? So I can
Yeah,
totally see
exactly.
why he's thriving. But again, another player is the end. Sometimes he's like one good move to a club where it suits his style, and then all of a sudden, like example, he's in this squad. So like
Exactly. Yeah.
it's like so. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I did like him. Like, I'm glad he's finally found his spot, and I kind of like that we are picking players that don't play in England. If you know what I mean, because obviously you do sometimes
Yes.
think
Absolutely, yeah.
because it's sometimes on other sports, some people they get frowned upon if they go to other sports, the other clubs in other countries. But like I like that, like he's gone to AC Milan and he's done really well, and we've gone, no, yeah, we'll pick him 'cause he's done really well. So I kind of
Yeah.
like that. But
But it's I think that the one thing I'm so glad about, exactly like you say there, is that um compared to when we was younger, it felt like if a player went abroad, it was sort of like, oh, okay, you're off now, bye bye.
forget about
Unless
them.
you're world class, you ain't getting in the England side
Yeah,
because you've
yeah.
got to be in the Premier League to play for England.
Yeah, but
And I think when I was growing up, I know Michael Owen obviously played for Real Madrid. So I know he was playing for England at the same time, and I know Beckham got in there as well. But it felt like that at a period of time, Owen Hargreaves was the only player that was
Mm.
outside of England that was getting in the England side for a bit. And then he went to Man
Yeah,
United, didn't he? Like, and
that's
then it was
right.
like no one. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it is, and again, it is good to see how many English players have gone abroad now and are playing abroad in the bigger leagues. I mean, there's going abroad. I mean, yeah, if you say he's going abroad, meaning he's going to, like when Henderson went to Saudi Arabia, it's like, oh, we'll never hear from him again. Or when China were starting to hoover up players back, 10 or so years ago, it's like, oh, they're off
yeah,
to China. It's like, well, we'll never hear from them again because the Chinese league, how do you even watch it? There's
yeah,
no
exactly.
appeal outside of China, if that. So it depends obviously where you go. But yeah, to say in the top leagues in Europe, top leagues in Europe, and even the Dutch league as well. It is good to see English players go there and thrive and be, like I said. I mean, Scott. I know he's not English, but Scott McTominay to be the best player to be the Serie A best player last season was just nuts. You would have
Exactly.
seen that. Can I just say one thing as well, just to come bring it all the way back to the England Wales game? So I didn't watch the game because it was a friendly. I didn't really care. But I
Yeah,
was looking at the updates, and from what I saw, it was dead after 20 minutes, 3-0 after 20 minutes, I think.
yeah.
But then after the game, I saw Thomas Tuchel having a bit of a pop at the fans, saying, "Well, why isn't there an atmosphere?" And I thought, well,
yeah.
I wasn't a fan of that at all. I was like, hang on, Tommy.
Uh,
It's 3-0. It was 3-0. It was dead after 20 minutes, and it's a friendly. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, what is the point of? I thought, like, why? Don't die on this hill, for God's sake.
The England ultras would hate that. Basically, a German guy telling him that they're not passionate enough about their team.
Well,
It's
the
not going
England
to go
ultras
down
even
well.
there. It was a friendly game against Wales. I mean, like.
I know. I mean,
And anyway, but I just thought it was a strange thing to kind of criticize the fans for at a friendly in a dead game, more or less. I
I know because obviously it seems like it's starting to work out, or it's starting to the system is
yeah,
starting to work.
yeah.
A little bit.
It's like
he's,
don't self-destruct now, Thomas.
Well,
Jesus, I mean,
but he's not the only one because I've heard was it when obviously I know Scotland's not believing, but like even their manager, they just won a game, and he's like that was the worst performance. Was he won 2-1? That's the worst performance I've seen us in my how many tenure? And I'm like, but you won the game. Like
yeah.
I know it's against who you're going
but
against, but like
it just goes to show how much the performance does matter now.
yeah,
Like, I
Yeah,
remember
100%.
games where Mourinho would win the game and they played absolutely dog through half of it, but they defended just brilliantly, and he'd be like, "Well, we got the victory."
well, it's
Like,
like
and that sort of manager seems to be disappearing. It's all about the performance as well.
Yeah.
I think
The Ireland manager came out. The Ireland manager Hal Grimson came out. I think we play Armenia tomorrow. I think it is, and we're bottom of the league, bottom of the table. It's an absolutely must-win game, and he's basically said like, "There's no performance, whatever. This is 100% a results-based. It doesn't matter how we win it. Just need to win." Like, just,
Exactly.
You know, it's international football is all about like getting the results. Like
Yeah.
as you said before, we've said it so many times in international tournaments. Like the best teams that play the best football don't always win the tournament.
Yeah,
Like
100%.
it's not. I mean, only it happens like sometimes, but like it's not how it works. Yes, in club football you want it, but in like whatever you think of Gareth Southgate, when it's like he maybe the performance never there, but we got the result, and that's what
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
kind of want. I just I don't I'm like, come on, like you got the win. That's all you need.
Especially in the
best-
tournament. I think, which tournament was it where England won the first game of the group and there were still grumblings, oh, they didn't play well, they could have been a lot better. It's like, hang on a second, like in the group stage of a World Cup, Euros, whatever, a win is a win. Take the 3 points. It doesn't matter how you play, just take the points.
I mean, it was the last two tournaments.
I'm not sure.
They're pretty much the last two
One of
tournaments.
them.
Good, like, it was basically
Yeah,
the same
it was a
rumblings.
recent. Yeah.
Was it always the same thing? We won the first game, people weren't happy. We drawed the second game, everyone freaked out, and then we won the last game, got through, and it was like, oh, okay, cool, and then we got knockout stages. We just about won. Nobody's happy, and then when you get to the semi-finals, like, oh, okay, yeah, let's go for it. And then so it's like it's the same old story. But yeah, I mean, I'm not too bothered. I like performances. I like great football. I like watching great football.
Of course you do. Yeah.
But like,
It's like-
again,
did anyone watch the game? Because I watched
No.
it, and Saka's third goal was.
oh, I saw that.
Like that was a brilliant goal.
It was good, was it?
The build-up of it as well.
It's Saka at his best when he played. Like he cuts in, and I was
top
sitting there
corner.
thinking, yeah, it's like one of them that he's going to do
Robin-esque.
it, but the moment he got away, it was like, yeah, no, he's going to score it.
Did he start, Saka?
Yes, he did start.
Yeah,
At least I hope so. He was all the goals came in the first 20 minutes. I wish it just turned.
Oh
out
well,
like
of course, yeah.
It was just great. It was just I have to admit, I obviously didn't watch the game, but I've kind of been like reading up on like what was it like, on like the Athletic and stuff and all that. But like what was interesting about that is like, have we finally sorted out our midfield problem with what was it? Was it Declan Rice and Elliot Anderson in their middle? Because it feels like was it Declan Rice is kind of he's been good, but obviously he works better when he's offensively. So with that Elliot, maybe that balance is back, maybe because I've seen that and it's
I
like
remember you saying this last week. Yeah,
but I kind of like, cause obviously you got the Bellingham as well. Like when he get back in, but like that was I just like that we might have finally found a balance in the middle.
I think that was the midfield we chose, wasn't it? Remember we were saying what our starting 11 would be out of that, and that's the midfield he went with.
I have to admit, I did check it, like, so that, yeah, that's pretty much what it's minus Kevin, of course, but like, yeah, that's pretty much what we said. So.
Look at us.
Yeah,
but
featuring a manager.
I think that you know it exactly. I think with Bellingham, like I mean, obviously we spoke about this a little bit last week anyway, but I think with Bellingham, it's just try and show that you can play as a team player, because he said in his press conferences umpteen times, it doesn't matter if you're the best player in the world, you're not getting in this team unless you play as part of a team. And you,
I think he can though. I think he can. I think it's just his
philosophy.
his arrogance, but like good arrogance, kind of show, and like
exactly,
and the famous when he
Yeah.
scored the bicycle kick against Slovakia in the Euros, and then you could see him do. I think what was he
what
saying? He was
goal
like,
that was.
yeah, of course it was me. What was he saying again? Yeah, of course it was me, or of course it would be me to score the goal, kind of thing. But I said, that's just a bit of arrogance. That's good, but he can play in a team. Like it's, make no mistake.
I don't mind arrogance in footballers if they can back.
He's not
it up on the pitch.
individual. Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's what it means. It's individual arrogance. That's what he's. That's what he doesn't. He's not the biggest fan of. But I think that personally, I think if you go on that plane without Bellingham, I think you are losing a big player.
There's no
there,
chance
but
he's going to do that. Though.
like
There's
I
no
think
chance.
Well,
Yeah,
well, no, but you say that, but in my eyes, and I said it last week, and I'll say it again. If he has a poor season, not up to the standards of some of these other players, why take him as well? So it's also
He would have to have a
individual
shocking
arrogance.
season or be injured or something. Who else? That's what he said when he scored. He went, "Who else?"
I
Anyway,
can
sorry.
see
Yeah,
Thomas
yeah,
Tuchel making that decision. That's the thing. He seems like the kind of manager that's brave enough to go, you know what? I've got a good system of players here. I don't need him. That sounds like I know people, and obviously I know the outward. Like it'd be like videos upon videos upon videos of people absolutely flipping out about it. But
they will.
Yeah.
Oh my word, they will.
But as long as he can justify it, and as long as people can see, yeah, he's not been playing well for Real Madrid. He doesn't suit Tuchel's system.
But
He's,
the problem
whatever.
for
Yeah, fair
Tuchel
enough. But I
is
just don't see it
that
happening.
he's got is that if Southgate was in charge and he made the decision to drop someone like Bellingham, he would he say he gets to the final, he would get to the final and then he'd be like, oh, okay, unlucky, like all this sort of stuff. But if Tuchel decides to drop someone like Bellingham, They get to the final, they lose the final.
Yeah.
Every fan in the world
I
would
don't
go,
know.
"You should have Bellingham," and he's
I don't
like,
know. I think no.
"That's where I do
I don't
feel."
agree. I think Southgate would get pelters for that, and he did. I mean, he got it from all angles throughout his reign, even though he was doing well.
True.
I
Yeah,
mean, he
true.
got some serious criticism,
Yeah.
whether it was including players who weren't in form, leaving out players who were in form, his style of play, the kind of
good God, that
ponderous
Trent.
approach to matches and stuff, like how kind of I mean, he got pelters,
I mean, especially with that Trent situation. Remember, with the first 2 games, he
Yeah.
experimented with midfield, and like everyone was like, "Oh, put him in midfield." Then he done it. It didn't work out, and he still got. It's like,
And
I
he
give him
still get grilled for it,
Yeah,
didn't
it's
he?
like,
Yeah,
it's
he
just
did.
like-
Yeah, no, he had his critics,
But,
Yeah,
yeah,
you were
I
one
mean,
of them, David. Yeah.
No, not me. I'm a Southgate ice. I love Southgate.
Southgate, right? Southgate, right. I like that.
I think I was more like a on the fence person because obviously I don't like the kind of outrage, kind of like, oh, get Southgate. It's like,
You love the fence. You love the fence, do. You love
Splinters
the
in his
it's-
arse.
it's a nice fence, a very nice fence.
Oh God, love it.
Someone's got to be on the fence because obviously if everybody else is going mental, I can sit up high on the fence, seeing what's actually going on. So it's the best way to.
Watching from the stand, sort of thing. Yeah, I love it. But obviously, like we've obviously sidetracked quite a bit here.
Yeah.
There is one thing that we do need to do this episode, and it's back, boys. It's Super Six time.
Oh yes.
I do
Oh
get
yes.
Super Six time is fine. It's back. Obviously, last week we didn't have to do it, but this week you have to do it. We'll go through each game at a time with the Super Six, of course. But we're starting off the weekend with the 3:00 kickoff, the Saturday. Manchester City host Everton. David, do you want to start?
Yes, I do. Man City, Everton. City won their last game, didn't they? And Everton won their last game, I think.
Yes.
But it is City at home. It's always probably a bad idea to bet against City at home in the league. So I'll say 3-1 City.
Okay. Stu?
Yeah, I kind of can't disagree with the idea that basically betting against City at the moment is probably a bad idea. As much as Everton have done really well now, a pretty decent start to the season, I think they do better at home than they do away. I might be wrong with that one, but just that's the kind of vibe I get at the moment from them. But yeah, I think City win this. It's going to be I mean, Jack Grealish, can he play in this game, or is it because he's low and he can't?
I don't think he can.
Oh.
I might be wrong. I might be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I will research that because if not, then someone's being pulled out of my was
I
it
thought that was only
fantasy
for
team?
European games.
Because he's not going to get any points. But
I'll
yeah,
bench
no,
him. Okay.
but yeah, no, I mean, I
bench him.
think, I don't think it's 3-1. I think it'll be closer because Everton have been quite good and Moyes and that. But like, I think 2-1 C.
Okay. I'm actually going to go with I'm umming and ahhing between two results here, but
5-0.
the form, yeah, 5 or 6-0, which one? No. I think that Haaland, I mean, like we've seen it again, he's still scoring in the international break as well.
ridiculous,
He's
yeah.
going to come back and flying again, isn't he? Unless he gets some sort of injury.
Finally gets to play in a World Cup, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. But Everton, I think that coming back in this sort of game, and the way Donnarumma has been playing as well since coming in too, I'm actually going to go with 3-0 City in this game.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the clean sheet. I know. Don't you start with me. Don't you start. I'm going with the clean
I think
sheet.
Everton are going to get like an early goal, and then City will just get another 3 on the bounce. I think that's what's going to happen. That's the sequence.
I don't like that.
You heard it here.
Yeah, you watch now. It's going to be 3-0 all the way to the end of the game. 90th minute, they just get some random goal.
That would be.
And then I'll come on next week and give you the look
that.
of like, I keep telling you. But
That would be delicious if that happened.
And I won't learn my lesson. But yeah, 3-0 City. Okay, next one, guys. Brighton at the Amex versus Newcastle United. Stu, what are you saying for this one?
Oh, it's a tough one because obviously Brighton are obviously, I think, quite good at home, I think. But then they're a bit of a stop-start team. We don't know what do we expect with them. And then you got Newcastle that have been quite good recently, but again, I don't know, just can't be like 100% backing them at the moment. My instinct says draw, but draws haven't really done well on Super Sixes recently. So I think I need to start picking someone that actually is going to win. So if I was going to be bold, I would put Newcastle to win 2-1.
Newcastle 2-1. Right, okay. All right. I'm actually thinking that Newcastle will win here. Brighton have been all right this season. I don't think they've really blown anyone away so far. They seem to just be going about their business in the way everyone expects. But I think the Newcastle striker, Wolvermaid, is really showing his worth so far.
Yeah, 2-2.
He's not scored a goal away from St James's, but I think his duck will be broken this weekend. I'm also saying that because he's in my fantasy team, so he has to do it this
I
weekend.
think I'm going to get him as well. I think I will.
Yeah. No, I've got him. You're not allowed.
Well, I am. So what do you think of that?
I'm gonna go with Stu. I'm gonna go 2-1 Newcastle in that game. Yeah.
Okay. Just to be different, I am going to go with a draw. I think it will be 2-2. A 2-all draw.
I can see
Yes.
that. I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think all of them are definitely plausible. Okay. Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park against Bournemouth. Now this one could
this is gonna be
really be
fun.
a good game this
Ooh.
weekend.
It's got to be one of the two most informed teams in the league.
Yes, exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
Palace have just lost their first game of the season, but Bournemouth are on the rise. Both of them playing really well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a Palace win. Oh yeah, but then Semedo's been really good as well, hasn't he? He's been so good.
There are goals in this. Tons of goals.
There are, yeah. Not 4-all. It's not 4-all.
4-all.
Could it be?
I don't know.
Or could it be
I can
7?
see it.
Could it be a 7-4?
Like Villa Liverpool from COVID.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't remember that game.
I'm gonna go with 3-2. Oh yeah, but no, but Palace don't concede many. If they do,
Yeah, but was it? No, not saying.
I don't know. No, I'm gonna go with my guts. 3-2
3-2
Palace.
Palace.
3-2 Palace. Yeah.
I think Bournemouth will win. I think they're playing well, really well at the moment. I think Palace will be on a little bit of a downer, losing their. I mean, I know it will have been 2 weeks ago since then, but kind of losing their winning streak. I think it was 18 games unbeaten at Everton, the last minute winner from Grealish. So they might be on a little bit of a downer from that. Again, who's to say? That it's just a conjecture really. But yeah, Bournemouth have the best player in the league in their ranks, if you exclude Haaland, in Semedo. So yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Bournemouth.
Okay. Go on, Stu. Sit on the fence. You know you want.
I could
One
do,
all.
but I have this eagerly familiar thing that with the 3-2. Have you mysteriously been checking up on the was it Super Six scores, because that's exactly the one I saw, and that's the one I'm going for because I saw that. And
no, I only do that with David's.
Oh, you only copy? Oh, okay.
Everyone copies me, man.
But in this case, I guess we've got the same wavelength, Matt. I think I'm going. It's one of these matches that I'll put this score, and then it'll be a situation like, and then Bournemouth will win the exact opposite way again, and I'll be like, typical me. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just think, as I said, it depends. With obviously Palace losing their unbeaten record, maybe they'll be up for it, maybe to go. And it's always the case when you got two very good attacking kind of good teams, you like that. It's either going to be a 0-0 draw or it's going to have tons of goals.
Or just
and I'm going
mental,
to go for I'm going to go tons of goals, and I'm going to go the same as Matt. I'm going to go 3-2 Palace.
Okay. So what we can establish
Come on, Bournemouth.
this game. Yeah, we can establish after this game it is now going to be a draw, and Stu's going to be kicking himself that he did not sit on the fence.
That didn't put that 0-0. Didn't put that 0-0.
Next is Fulham at Craven Cottage against Arsenal. It's David, what are we saying for this one?
Arsenal won the last game, didn't they? They were top of the league. Arsenal at the moment.
Yeah, top of the league. Yes,
against a not particularly impressive Fulham, I don't think. They're in the bottom half of the league right now, I believe. And they lost against Bournemouth last weekend. So I'll go 2-0 Arsenal.
2-0 Arsenal. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Stu, what are we saying?
Yeah, I have to admit with the Fulham stuff, yeah, they've been mildly underwhelming. They've had glimpses of maybe a team that will kind of play some good stuff, but nothing that's going to make you think they're going to get a result against this Arsenal side that's been so good. And obviously, this is the for Fulham's kind of team that kind of Arsenal would wipe the floor with, to be honest, in my opinion. So I mean, Fulham might do what they did last week, like 2 weeks ago, when they get a go early, but I just see Arsenal just like getting back into him, wiping the floor of him. So I'm going to go 3-1 Arsenal.
Okay. Well, it's a full house in terms of not the result, like the same result, but the Arsenal winning. I'm going to go 4-0 for this one. I think that the return of
4-0.
Saka,
Wow.
yeah, I think the return of Saka, and if he plays anything like he did against Wales, and like I think that Fulham could really have a tough game on their hands. I, I I do worry for Marco Silva. I don't think things are quite going as well as what they could
Yeah.
be, but it's still early doors this
Yeah, I
season,
mean,
so who knows?
It's actually
Um,
insane as well, just to say that 7 games, Arsenal have conceded 3 goals in 7 games. I mean, that's
yeah,
pretty astonishing. Is that, I don't know, that must be close to some
that
sort of
is
record.
come on, Fulham. You know you want to score
no.
4-3 going against them now. They do up their defensive record.
Yeah.
No,
But
we
yeah,
have the best. We have the best. We have the best.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm not biased, of course.
yeah.
oh yeah.
But yeah, so the next game we're going to go with now is Tottenham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Aston Villa. Now, one team have started to find their gears. Ollie Watkins obviously got on the score sheet for Villa in their last game, and he was on the score sheet again for England against Wales. Stu, what are we saying in this one?
So if this game was 2-3 weeks ago, it would be easier to predict because obviously that Villa were so atrocious, and obviously how good top them is. It would have been like a simple kind of like top them, but with Villa kind of getting back the form a little bit, I'm kind of like I think it'll be a closer game, but I've been quite impressed by Tottenham, so I would definitely want to go for Tottenham to win this one. So I'm going to go 2-1 Tottenham, but I think it's going to be
Okay.
close though.
Okay. I'm thinking Spurs are comfortably going to win this game. I think the Villa from last season are still not quite there yet. Do I see Spurs getting the clean sheet? I think it wouldn't be a fair shout. I'm going to go with 2-0 Spurs in this game. Yeah, 2-0 Spurs. I think Thomas Frank's doing a really good
Yeah.
job, and I think long may it
He
continue
is.
in this game as well. What about you?
Yeah. I think Spurs win as well. Although I read today Ollie Watkins is actually out for he got injured in the Latvia or he got injured in the last England game,
Oh yeah,
the
he's
Wales
maybe
game I
that
think.
members.
So
Remember
he's
seeing
out.
that,
He's
yeah.
out the squad for the Latvian match. Yeah. So don't know whether or not he'll be playing at the weekend for Villa. But yeah, I still think it'll be a Spurs win. Initially, I was kind of thinking 3-2, and I thought, no, I'm gonna go 2-1 Spurs.
Okay, 2-1 Spurs.
Ah.
Now, for the big game of the weekend,
Oh god.
the one that everyone's been looking forward to,
This
is
is
Liverpool at Anfield against Manchester
Ah.
United.
Oh,
A team
God.
This is a
not
tough
in
one.
form at all
This is a
against
tough
the team
one.
that win their last game. And you'd think I'm talking the other way around, but Liverpool are the team that are not in form at the minute. So
Yeah.
let's see what happens here. And I am the one starting with the predictions.
Not the way.
I am actually going to go bold. I am going
no.
bold here.
He's going to go for Man United.
Ooh, come on, Matt. Do the right thing.
5-1 Liverpool.
Oh no, okay.
5-1 Liverpool.
I've always known I liked you, Matt. I've always known I liked you.
Going to go 5-1 Liverpool. Salah is
really
going to
don't.
be back with a bang, I think, as well.
That-
Yeah.
Ekitike, we're talking Ekitike goals. We're talking Verts gets an assist
All
as
right.
well. Yeah, this is the
Verts
game
does
where
like a
everything comes
Yeah,
together.
like Verts does a wonder, gets through 3 players and scores a wonder goal.
Yeah.
And I sign his quiz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And the
Flick
goal scorer for Man United is Kobe Mainoo. It's just
comes off the bench to get.
yeah, the consolation runs back.
Can I go next? Because I think I know what Stu's going to go for as well. So I do think it'll be I'm going to go more because I think it'll be 1-1. Again, as you said, the forms are kind of flipped at the moment than from the beginning of the season. Liverpool, I think, lost their last 3 games before the international break. United beat Sunderland quite convincingly as well. We spoke about them last week, and it was a really good performance, one that we've not seen nearly enough of under Amarim. But again, I think the thing that kind of worries me is Mohamed Salah always performs against United, and he is having a very underwhelming season so far. Don't think he scored. I think he scored one goal, which is a penalty, maybe one or two assists. I can't think, but typically his performances haven't been as good as they ought to be. So, yeah, yes, I am still going to say 1-1 though, just for how poor Liverpool have looked in their last few games.
Yeah.
Not tempted to take a risk? Go for a win?
No. No, I can't see us beating Liverpool at Anfield. I can't remember. I think the last time we beat Liverpool at Anfield must have been. I know. Was that in the league? I mean, it must have been the Juan Mata
I think it
double.
was.
The bicycle kick.
Where we done the sideways
little Di Maria
jumped in
assist.
the air, didn't
Yeah,
we?
I think that was the last time. It was like 2014 or something. But no, I'm gonna go 1-1. 1-1. I sincerely hope it's not a doing like 5-1, but we'll see.
I mean, I would happily, if we can have another 7-1 like we did that one time, or 7.
Go on.
Was it
7-0? Yeah.
Go on,
Yeah,
Steve. Be brave. Be brave. Go on.
The odds of that happening twice are 0.01% probably.
But-
I wouldn't say that,
but
Stu,
that
against this
percentage is
United
still
side.
there. The percentage is still
Oh.
there.
No, I kind of want to win this Super Six, so I'm not going to go that against So, but yeah, I mean,
Head over heart. I like it.
Oh, I don't know. This is a weird one because obviously let's be honest, I'm obviously going to go for Liverpool. That's an obvious one there. But
Yeah. How many?
I think for me it's like this is the match that's going to be fascinating because for Liverpool it's like has he had that 2 weeks to tweak it? Has he figured out that maybe okay this is not working, and is he going to go into this match and kind of like tweak it and make it all work again, or is it going to be another same old just keep going at it and see and hopefully get some luck? But I don't know. I mean, I think it'll be close. I think it'd be like wouldn't surprise me if it's another one of those like the Everton game where it's like 2-0 in half time and then Man United get a goal back. Man United get a goal back and it becomes a bit nervy at the end. But yeah, I mean Anfield we usually don't lose at Anfield often. Touch wood. So I would go 2-1 Liverpool, but it's going to be a close game.
So brave.
It is. It could be a game lacking a lot of quality, to be honest. I mean, yeah, and you can almost afford to be not at your best against United because I mean that performance against Sunderland last week aside, because that was a strangely good performance. That aside, it hasn't been looking good. But I think again, teams can kind of almost get away with not playing at their 100% best against this team, and still kind of come away with something.
Yeah.
I mean, I think midfield as well. Like, 'cause obviously, I think it was kind of shown last time we played the Anfield. Like, yeah, like basically how like kind of easily you can run through your midfield quite easily at times. But if we're running at our best, we should win this comfortably. But we're not.
Do you
at the
think
moment,
this is a game that could really pile the pressure on
Amorim?
Slot?
It's hard to say.
No, for Slot.
Oh, sorry.
If Liverpool don't win, do you think that a lot of pressure then comes on to Slot all of a sudden for that?
I think so,
'Cause
but not.
this is a game they have to win.
I think if they lose, it would be big.
I mean, if lose, yeah, I think for a lot of people the results have not been the problem; it's the performances. So I guess, and with this, it'd be like if we get, I mean, obviously we want to win it. It's Man United. Man United the same. They want to win this game because obviously it's the rivalry and all that other stuff. But I think for Liverpool, it's like, well, what Liverpool fans are looking for, but it's like the team working. It's like cohesion, like this performance, because we haven't had that this season. We've had glimpses in maybe like 12, 15 minutes, but not at the entire 90 minutes where we've gone, that was a great performance by us. And hopefully against Man United might be the worst game to have after when you win a bathroom, or the best because you'd be up for it because you want to beat Man United. But I'm intrigued. I kind of think what I'm hoping, and I think we'll probably like to see happen, is Slot's a very detailed kind of man. So it's going to be like he'll look at the fine details and kind of tweak his system. He's not rigid. For last season he's changed it so many times. So that's what I see happening here, because obviously he's had 2 weeks to kind of see if it's working and tweak it and stuff. And I think it'll work out in the end. I just think, but Man United, I think, yeah, I'm happy. I wish we had somebody else that maybe not Man United, because obviously they'd be up for it too. So maybe more of a tense game that I would like. And obviously watching that game is always going to be, I'm going to be really worried and nervous because, I've got many family members that are Man United fans. So if you beat us, I can't hide anywhere. So, so I really want to win this match. But yeah, I mean, but I think it's more of a slot. It's like, if he wins this game and wins it well and wins it through a good performance, people start to realize, oh, he's really good like tactician. But like if he doesn't, it'd be like all the arguments will come out yet again with the whole he played with a slot team, he's not this good, he's overrated, that kind of stuff. But I think performance is more is basically if I was going to choose. But yeah, I think it is a must win because obviously if Arsenal win against Fulham, then it'd be 4, and then it's like as Liverpool found out last season.
It's so early though.
I know, but like
it is early doors.
But like anything, that's what we were like last season. When we just kept then points kept growing and growing, and so I don't know, but honestly, I just want to win and win well, so I don't have to keep hearing the same old stuff on Sky and that about.
And it could very well happen.
You're getting them
out. Liverpool could very well win this game. I think they'd be I think they are favourites. I think most people would have them to win, but again, there were some really good positives from that game against Sunderland. Finally, having a competent keeper between the sticks was, I think, the biggest for me. Getting a 2-0 win, first clean sheet of the season, first start for Little Men's. That's no coincidence. So
he has to play against Liverpool. He has.
No. He will. There's no chance he won't. I'm sorry. If he starts buying there against Liverpool, then that's it. I'm not watching it because that would just be the end. I'm sorry. That would make no sense at all. No, Lamens is starting. Don't you worry about that. And if he doesn't, I'll throw my TV out the window. But look, it could be. There's every chance this could be a bit of a dud kind of game. Maybe not a lot, and but hopefully not. I mean, again, hopefully it's a good game. But yeah, anyway, I think it'll be a draw.
Yeah. All right. Fair. Well, we'll leave it at that for now, of course. But obviously, we look forward to the Premier League weekend and see what happens. But don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you all soon. Okay. Take care, everyone. All right.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Bye bye.